These people got tabs on y'all, man.
Right, yeah.
So if anything happened, they can't nobody say that they did it because
That's right.
they
That's
went
right.
around.
That's right. But they know
They know in this
where these people
situation,
gonna be.
Jay Prince Jr. was there. Who's to say Jazz Prince left early? Why would he leave early when he came with Quavo?
Right. That's why I don't understand that part either.
And like, if this was Jay Prince's birthday and then his son's birthday was the day before, like, why y'all ain't had this in order?
Right. Get that.
So it's like a lot of people got their own, like, some people don't know, but then as I've been running the footage back, I've been seeing one thing. I've been seeing Lil Cam snatching Takeoff chain. And this where it get disturbing at. And I really want people to know, like, Takeoff, he didn't know what was going on, and Lil Cam was staring at him the whole time. Right when Bushwick Bill, his son, he instantly bent down to get him the signal. Instantly, cause they thought they started blowing from like in back of the crowd where dude in the blue was with the baseball jacket on, who was standing on the side with the dreads. To be honest with you, that was somebody at Jay Prince Jr. and them set.
Okay.
A lot of people not talking about that because I don't feel that that's vital to them. But in all actual reality, we sit back and we looking at one thing. We looking at all the bystanders around, and then we looking at Cam with the Cam had the bag, the same one strap Goyard bag on that Migo bands had, and a lot of people can vouch for this. They had on the same bag. Them the only ones that had blickies in the party.
Okay, now let me ask, is it true that Lil Cam is supposed to be in critical condition?
Yeah. And this information is coming straight from Atlanta, and then it's coming straight from Dallas. And it's crazy that people gotta reach out from their same state, man. In real life, let people know that they not letting up on these people, man. At the end of the day, I know for a fact that people don't want justice for Takeoff, but I want justice for Takeoff regardless of what's going on, because it was senseless violence, man. If we keep on knocking each other off, who gonna be left?
That's true, man. That's so true.
And some people can't see through, like, the distractions. It's a lot of stuff in front of us that's showing us that the main people who played the key role in what went on was right there on camera.
Exactly.
Edited footage or not. And people sitting back thinking Jay Prince Jr., he just condoning it. No, he not condoning it, but at the same time, they already knew what they talked about in the car when they was in the slab with Quavo at the end of the day. And have like a few, like, you gotta understand, Migo Lingo, he sat there and said Takeoff should have rolled in the car with them so he could have been able to hear what they was planning. At the end of the day. Like,
right, but when we was in the car and you had the gap in between them, and I think it was Takeoff was saying they had to straighten something.
yeah. And Takeoff kept fidgeting with the window. Not Takeoff.
Yeah.
Quavo kept fidgeting with the window while Takeoff was standing outside the slab.
Right.
That goes to show it was some fishy stuff going on since Takeoff pulled up. You feel me? Why wasn't they in the same car? I understand this and that, but you're not finna separate yourself from the guys. If you go to a party on somebody else's set, you finna be with the guys the whole time. If you finna go to a party that some little female just sent the invitation out to, you feel me, damn near everybody in the city, you finna go there with the gas, and you finna go there with all the toolies in the book bag. Like, real talk. That's why I sit back and look like, did Jazz Prince give Lil Cam the DE? You feel me? Before they walked into the bowling alley or after the dice game? You see what I'm saying? Cause somebody handed Lil Cam the move. And I don't want to just put no names out there, but they gave him the move. If I'm not mistakenly, before they went in the bowling alley or after they left the dice game. So I just want to bring that to the forefront and let everybody know this is not nothing to play with. This is serious. This man just got sent up, man.
Yeah. That's serious shit here. And it's hard to think that Jay Prince, I mean, when we just invite somebody to a party and then have them taken out like that, man. I can't believe that cold. I just don't want to think it's like that.
And unless it was some money involved, and you gotta understand, Jay Prince Jr., he's a businessman. He's trying to follow in the same footsteps as Singer. You feel me? That's why they always say Junior is the one who's gonna continue the legacy regardless of what goes on, because he has the mentality, and regardless if he grew up in the streets or out of the streets, he still has the business mindset to run a business regardless of how loose his team is running.
That's correct too.
A lot of people don't know that. You gotta literally apply it to your own life. I'm from the streets. I know a lot of people out there, they from the streets. A lot of people can vouch on that. But you gotta understand, one thing is, like, it's a code and it's rules. That's two different things. You see what I'm saying? People get it misconstrued, because you have to go by the code, but you also have to follow the rules. And people not particularly specific on what the code and the rules are when you go into these different states. That's why the whole checking in situation is kind of skeptical, like as it is, because I never heard of it until 2021. You feel me? Checking in.
That's kind of crazy, man. Should be free to go to any state. Why you gotta check in?
Why'd you checking in for you to be on the radar?
Right, I don't understand that either.
Like, that low key push you out there, and it makes it to where the people in the city can tell they other people who not bosses, yeah, so-and-so just came into town, man. He just got off the plane at this time. He's staying at the, you feel me, the so-and-so hotel. Yeah, he say he doing the show at this time. You see how they study mixing the story up?
Yeah, and that's very true. And the whole night, this seemed like, I was watching this thing, seemed like Takeoff was just pretty much into his own world, you know. He was just standing. He wasn't
even with the crowd. Why was he so far? Why was Takeoff the last one with the other crowd who wasn't his guys? Why was everybody who is with the Migos was all the way up there arguing? Like, where did y'all get separated at? Why they, like, forget the footage, it's logic. Where did y'all get separated at? When did y'all split up? This ain't Scooby-Doo. When did y'all split up? Straight up.
Pretty much. Yeah, when did that happen? I don't get it either.
Like, real talk, it's too many people being lost to this, man. And it's people, they look at the video, they say, oh yeah, they was blowing from across the thing. Ain't no way they blowing from across the thing and Lil Cam is right on his neck taking the chain. Come on now.
That's crazy, though.
Who else could hit him up?
What's that? I mean, gracious, how much the chain worth? Maybe what? Not even 100, 200, and what was it worth?
He probably had on about $40,000 worth of chains, $60,000 worth of chains. It probably wasn't even that, because they didn't have on a big wire ran jewelry. So you gotta understand, the wire ran jewelry got the baguettes in it, and all the other jewelry that they win, you know the baguettes cost more than the regular emerald cuts. So people don't know that you wear the emerald cuts and the tennis chains and the tennis bracelets when you go into other cities. You don't, when you in your own city, then you can flex. At the end of the day, people get out of hand and people get too comfortable with people who they think they friends. You see what I'm saying? Then a person take advantage.
Yeah, that pretty much seems like what it was. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just crazy the way these brothers are just taking off their own selves. I mean, I don't get it, man. And not just with the rappers, man. It's happening out here in the streets too.
Yeah, in these streets, it definitely even crazier because I can't wrap my finger around the fact that everybody trying to look at somebody and get into it with them. Like, I'm still not understanding that. Like, that can't register with me. Like, for one thing, one reason, we all man out here. At the end of the day, we know for a fact that we understand what's going on in the streets. It's our choice to avoid it or allow it. And in most cases, our pride get in the way. So we gonna allow it and try to solve it.
Yeah.
People don't know, man.
Well, no, it's terrible, man. It's terrible. But I'm just, man, I touch base with you, but I be watching the podcast.
I appreciate you, man.
No problem, bro.
Reach out, man, whenever you feel like it, man.
Most certainly, I will, bro.
Hey, I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, bro. I'm glad to have people like you out there, bro.
And you notice I don't even talk like this on YouTube. I talk in a certain manner. You see what I'm saying? What I'm telling you is the stuff that ain't nobody gonna hear. Like, real talk, like, I'm tired of this shit happening, man.
I definitely am, man. And I was a fan of the Migos, man. I was a fan of Takeoff, Quavo, and Offset, you know. I just wish, I don't know. I don't even know why Offset left the group. Do you know anything about that?
Right. I kept trying to figure out, like, why did he leave the group? And then Quavo want to try to cuddle up with Shorty and left Takeoff all alone. Takeoff knew they wasn't for him, man. And then all these crocodile tears, man, they can save it, man, because if they would have saved Takeoff, they wouldn't have no tears.
Right, exactly.
Pay more attention to what's around you. Even if it's, you don't even want to pay attention to them. Like, they left Takeoff, the same reason they ain't want to pay attention to Takeoff. It's the same reason why they sitting there acting like they crying for a reason when really y'all could have avoided this at the end of the day.
Exactly. But you know, I really think they could have, but it's another thing is telling me that if I don't know, Quavo, if he had really saw this coming, I don't know if he would have went down that same road. I don't know if he would have been arguing with these people.
Exactly. But why would you argue with somebody who got a blicky on the seat while y'all on y'all way to a bowling alley that they own?
Yeah. Right. That's that bowling alley?
Yeah. You ain't hear about it? Hey, in the morning, look up the bowling alley and look up Jay Prince now, man. You will see. You know how much digging I had to do to find that?
Really?
Yes, man. And people exposing them, man, for what happened and what went on because that was a foul play on the ball. Like, at the end of the day, we know that was foul, man, because, boy, if you sit back and you look at it, they getting all the clout, man. They say all them people who was sitting up in there, they say they know what went on and still don't want to step out there and just open their mouth and just at least get. They said more than one person was recording, so what the other footage?
I'm sure they got more footage. That's another thing too.
Right. It was too many
Yeah.
people there who be thirsty to get on their phone.
Right, and then the Houston police, they coming out tonight, they gonna put up this big scene like they, you know, that was just a front, man. I had nothing else on them since.
Right. They ain't nothing else happened. It's been almost 30 days.
Yeah.
You see how they just instantly sending them up.
I don't get it, man. I don't get it.
But you know though, you know for a fact that if Offset was there, they wouldn't have pulled it. If they group was tight, they wouldn't have pulled it. Only reason they pulled that is because they wasn't organized. You feel me?
Right. You're right. I do believe if Offset was there, I don't think that would have capped off.
You don't remember Offset jumping in the crowds every time they go anywhere or do any show or anything? Offset, this is what I remember Offset as.
He was always up front. He was always up front.
Soon as he got out of jail, he instantly, they doing their first shows. And what he doing? Jumping off the stage, going in on the people, and the people, like, they not even doing nothing that bad, and he's still going in on them. That's how I know all this was senseless, because they clicked one tight.
Yeah, you're right. They was definitely loose that night.
Ain't no way y'all strapped up, but everybody spaced out. What?
Yeah, that didn't even look right. The way it was set up there.
Come on now, it's real. And a lot of people don't know that Cardi B, she was more hurt for the fact that Takeoff wasn't right there with Quavo. But Quavo would be right there with Takeoff if it had something to do with some money. You see what I'm saying?
Right, yeah, right. And I heard her, you know, listen to her too. She was definitely
She heartbroken from that, man. It's people out here grieving because they know for a fact he didn't deserve it. And then again, he couldn't even get sent up in his own city. That like, you know how they was saying, you gotta move out your city when you get the bag. I always was saying that, but as soon as you go to another city now you can't even go to another city because you get sent up in another city all because you got the bag.
right.
And you moving out of the poverty areas because you get the bag to avoid it, and then you move somewhere where you think it's all sweet and dandy when whole time they already plotting on you.
I guess you was just there in the same little city you were from. That's what it seems like.
Yeah, it's like you can't run from when you live in that lifestyle. You can't run from it. If you out there, you out there. It's either you gonna be a street, you gonna be in the street, or you gonna be in them books, man.
Yeah, that's it.
People don't know. People don't know that this is something that's really real that's going on, and we all know for a fact that Takeoff left a lot behind. He left a whole legacy.
He was pretty much 95% of the company anyway.
Yeah, they said that.
That's what I understood.
They said Takeoff started the Migos.
Right.
They had another name for the group.
Right.
Takeoff was the only one with full songs. All the rest of them was just getting to it. Notice they put him last on every song.
I know, man. He wasn't even in Bad and Bougie, was he?
He wasn't even in Bad and Bougie, and that was the song that got them put on. That was the song.
Right.
It was Versace that got them in the dough. You feel me? But Bad and Bougie is where they literally, that's where the M's came from, because they got billions of views on that video.
Right.
So you gotta look at it. They net worth went up sky high when they did that with Uzi Vert.
Yeah, man, Offset, he was really out put on that video.
Yeah, Offset, he was the star of the video, and Quavo, he just with the the backup dancer. You feel me?
Right, yeah.
He just piggyback off them.
Yeah, pretty much.
Man, I'm telling you, man. You know how the streets is, man, and you know it's a lot of people out here who doing what they doing because they want the bag, and you gotta understand, you can't trust them. You can't if you got a person who be out there drilling or whatever, you gonna keep them close by you, but you gonna keep them to a certain distance. You feel me? Cause you ain't gonna too much birds of a feather flock together. That can happen easily.
Right.
So a lot of people not really understanding that and really able to distinguish that Takeoff was apart from his crew. That was the big downfall right there. That was the problem. He wasn't even protected by even the people who he came out there with, who had the blickies. I'm telling you, they think this is a game when it's not a game. When we all know that this is something that is a revolving door, man. And when I say revolving door, because it keep happening.
Right. It's just the way it happens. It's crazy the way it's happening. It's happening often, too.
Yeah, very often, man.
It's happening. I just hope it cease, man. That's all. I don't want to see our brothers going down like that, man. I just hope this shit can get in.
Yeah, I don't want to see that. That's sad, man. That's really sad, man. So, man, just get up with me, man. You just, man. You just brought me up by my nutshell, G.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I don't even talk like that, G. I don't even talk like that to people who